Jowza Jowza! Welcome back to the Curonian Spit and the Teutonic Road Trip 2022. Well, beachcombing on the Curonian Spit didn't really turn out to be such a successful event either. No amber, no Baltic Gold to be found. I found a nudist. He just necked and went straight out in the water. Good for him. But that's nothing I can make any money from. So seriously, tomorrow I'm turning inland. I'm not staying here by the coast. So this was really my last chance. But now that I'm here on the Curonian Spit, I should really make the best out of it, shouldn't I? And to be telling you really the truth, the reason why I came here was maybe not to find amber on the beaches. I mean, yeah, I did want to swim in the water here. The waters and the beaches here are fantastic, but it's a little bit too cold now. But the other thing was I wanted to climb those dunes. And I'm very, very close to the Parnidis dune, the big dune next to the Russian border, next to Nida. So I'm thinking, why not climb that fantastic dune there? Honestly, it's been maybe my goal for the whole trip. So would you like to come with me and climb the Parnidis dune? Maybe climb another dune? Maybe there's one more we can do. Maybe it's a third. Maybe who knows how many dunes we can climb. And what's wrong with dunes? Everybody loves dunes. Come on. Beautiful views over the sea and the bay and everything. So would you like to come with me to climb the Parnidis dune and all the other dunes that are here on the Curonian Spit? Of course you are! So join me. Come on. Hi, I'm Paul, a man who knows my way around, and you're watching the Teutonic Road Trip 2022, where I'm traveling from Ventspils in Latvia to Gdansk in northern Poland. In this episode, you'll be following me as I'm traveling on the Curonian Spit in Lithuania, one of the highlights of my road trip. So, yeah, we're climbing up the Parnidis dune. I don't suppose it's going to be a street all the way, but sand. But I guess we have to get to the foot of the dune first, and I don't think we are. All right, let's go. I love that little cloud there. Like a little poof. Nice. Yeah, I'm almost up at the top. Bit far, last push. But yeah, we're up on the way to Parnidis dune. We're very close to the Russian border. Russia is over there, just a kilometer or two away. But we're still in Lithuania. And climbing these dunes here in the Curonian Spit was really one of the reasons why I wanted to go on this trip in the first place. This is kind of the highlight for me on this trip. I've never been to Latvia and Lithuania before. So here we are. Because of the dune's fragility, people are not really encouraged to walk around here, except on the footpaths. So that peninsula that sticks out over there, that's in Russia. And the border goes right there on that big sand dune right in front of us. There's a tower there, which I think marks where the border is on the Russian side. And further in the end over here, you can see some masts. That's also where the border is. That's on the Russian side there. You could pass over here before, and originally my My plan was to travel into Russia through the Curonian Spit and down to Kaliningrad, further down. But since the war, the border crossing has been stopped and you cannot pass through there. I'm trying to get to a place where I have a view of Nida. Maybe over there. Let's see. So there, that's Nida, the town here next to the Parnidis dune. Maybe I'll go there and have lunch. So this is actually not the seaside, so you see here, that's the bay. On the other side, I think is still Lithuania, but the border with Russia will be down there somewhere. Yeah, so as I was saying, the Curonian Spit, and coming here and climbing this dune and maybe some of the other dunes here and going to the beach was always part of my plan. This is kind of the highlight of my road trip to some extent. I always wanted to come here and see it. My original plan was actually to go down in that direction and cross over to Russia here on the Curonian Spit. There's a border crossing just down here. But since the war has been closed, so it's not possible to go there anymore. There are 2 road crossings to Kaliningrad, but there's no point to going there now. It's just going to be queues and I don't want to go to Russia anyway, not now. But maybe sometime I can come back here and I can actually do the crossing over. I'm sure this peninsula is as beautiful on the Russian side as this is here on the Lithuanian side. And tell me, who in the world doesn't like dunes, huh? Well, this was definitely a nice walk. Not a long walk, but completely okay for me. Up and down. Really enjoy this. I think I need to take another dune actually. There are 2 more dunes, I think, that I can climb if I go back to Klaipeda. So why not? Let's see if I manage. I think I should. It's funny, you know, I like to, before I eat something, I like to check the place out in TripAdvisor and maybe on Google, just to, you know, get a feel for what kind of place it is. And restaurants in Lithuania, they get really bad reviews by Lithuanians. It's they seem to be very hard to please because a lot of the places I checked out, like, oh, there's a restaurant there, maybe I could go and eat something after I've done whatever it is I'm going to do. And then you check the reviews and they are like 1 star or no star at all, or really, and then you translate, because it's in Lithuanian obviously, you translate it into English and it says, oh, it was really pricey, overpriced, the food was not particularly good. And it's, I think often it's a relationship between price and quality, and I have nothing against people who complain about that. I think that's completely fair. I think if you're paying for it, you should feel that you're compensated. But regardless, they seem to be very, how do you say, value minded, the Lithuanians. So hardly any restaurant that I have read about has gotten any good reviews from people. So yeah, so either people are really picky, Lithuanians, or Lithuanians make very good food at home. So when they go out and they eat, they don't think it's worth it because the food that they can eat at home is much better. So there's something in here. I'm gonna, some sort of center here, and there's a restaurant. So let's go and check. Yeah, so I decided I had one more climb in me for today. It's not even 3 yet, so I think I can do it. So now we're gonna climb the dead dunes. This one actually cost me money. You have to pay €5 to do this climb. It goes to some foundation that you see it in front of us there. Dead dunes. Yeah, don't ask me to pronounce it in Lithuanian. When walking on planks was nothing, but walking on fine-grained sand, now that's something completely different. So I don't know exactly how a boat got there. Well, we're still on the top, I think. I think all that is missing is a caravan of camels just riding through here. That would be just awesome. Yeah, just one last push. So I think we made it to the very top. Let's see what the things we do for views, huh? It was a little bit like when you climbed Mount Everest. At least when I did it the last time. I came up there and it was like a Harley Davidson meeting or something. It was like hundreds of people there. And same thing with the dead dunes. I mean, I don't know. People went up there and then they just couldn't go down again. They couldn't muster. I don't know. So it was quite a few people. But okay, fine. That's a nice walk. Especially this part here with sand is a toughie actually. Well, that was 2 nice climbs. Not very far in terms of kilometers, but steep up in both cases. And good views when you got there. So glad for that actually. The old story about Neringa, this region here, is that it was built by giants, and I guess it has to do with those big sand dunes. But they are changing all the time. Even though they have planted so many trees, there are differences between how they shape from decade to decade. So yeah, it's worth coming back because it might not look the same the next time. So really, yeah, this is definitely something I would like to do again. Not just climbing these nice dunes, but also you know, hitting the beach and actually doing like that nude guy did, take a dip. Yeah. So now we're on the way back to Klaipeda again, to the ferry. There was a sign here saying Ribatus Matumas, or something like that. I don't know what it means. Who can speak Lithuanian besides the Lithuanians, right? Anyway, but there's a sign also that I see here that I don't think I've seen anywhere else. It's a triangular, so it's a warning sign, right? And it only has a black spot. And you know the black spot, right? That's what the pirates are. You know, you give the black spot to the guy who's going to die. It's like a death sentence. But so I don't know what that means. That sign, the black spot sign. I'm assuming it means the road is bad. Duh. So no, I was looking for a hole or something. It could be a hole in the road, but there's so many holes. I've stopped counting. Beautiful, beautiful countryside, though, I have to say, the Curonian Spit. So I just made the ferry with a minute to spare. Me and 3 cars, we were chasing like devils to get on the ferry. Time to reflect a little on the day we've had on the Curonian Spit. It was spectacular, really. I loved it. Wonderful place. Definitely a place where I will come back sometime, preferably in the middle of the summer, at the heat of the summer, so it will be possible to really test those beaches out. So beautiful. And those sand dunes, nothing prevents me from climbing sand dunes. Some years ago, when we were driving back from Portugal with the family, we stopped outside Arcachon in France, on the Bay of Biscay, and there's the Dune du Pilat. I think it's Europe's highest sand dune. So we climbed it together, the kids, my wife and I, and it was spectacular. Really, really cool. I can recommend that for anyone. Really, do the climb. It's wonderful, and to be up there, awesome. This wasn't so high it wasn't as high as that, and it wasn't as cumbersome to climb here as it was in Dune du Pilat. Much easier, but still. Always a pleasure to do that. So I really recommend going to the Curonian Spit if you have time. Worth a visit, definitely, all the time. Have fun. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Press that like button if you like it. You know, subscribe, whatever. Ciao. Hey baby, happy Friday. Yeah. Oh, that's a wonderful day. Such a beautiful, beautiful place, this Curonian Spit. You should have seen it. Lovely. Beautiful beaches. The sun is just fantastic, really. And I had such nice weather. No, I didn't. I mean, I went there. There was practically not even a rock on the entire beach. It was completely just. Yeah. I know, but apparently it needs to be some sort of storm. The weather is actually quite nice. So, yeah. I know, I told you, I was sure I was going to find. This place even had the mining industry there, and then I have to go out in the water. I mean, I can hardly swim, so. It wasn't a nudist guy though, he was, yeah, so the gas, the diesel is cheaper here than in Sweden. So I would need something like 1,500 crowns. Would that be okay? Oh, wonderful! Thank you. Oh, thanks so much. Oh, I'm so glad you took it like that. Oh, good. Well, okay. Well, have a nice Friday, and I love. Okay. Well, okay.